What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and I'm back. Got some more NBA news for you today. And while the Golden State Warriors have not yet figured out what they're going to do with Jonathan Kuminga, they have figured out what they're going to do with Al Horford, and that is signing him to a multi-year contract. And I was a little shocked, a little taken aback seeing the term multi-year deal next to Al Horford's name because the guy is 39 years old. So I don't really know how many years he, intends on playing, into the future here. But, shout out the Warriors, I guess, for getting him on a longer term deal. I don't know what's going on. But the guy's going to be 40 next June. So if they're not raising a trophy in June, I don't know if he's coming back to do, this again, right? Like I just don't know if he has that much left in the tank. But for what they plan to use him for, maybe, who knows? But obviously, the Warriors lost Kevon Looney to the New Orleans Pelicans earlier in the offseason. So, it made perfect sense that they needed to sign a center. I think they tried to get DeAndre Ayton. He obviously went to the Lakers. But now Al Horford is officially a Golden State Warrior. And I like this fit a lot for the Warriors. Obviously, Al Horford's a guy that can stretch the floor. He's a guy that added, the three-point shot to his game later in his career. Didn't really have it in the first couple of years when he was in Atlanta. But as he started to move around a little bit, he really became a solid stretch 4, stretch 5 type of guy. Shot 36% from three last season, but in the Celtics championship season, shot 42% from three. So, and that's on 4 attempts a game. So that's not anything to sneeze at, let me tell you. But I think this will be a good team that they have. Will they be able to contend for a title? Maybe. I really kind of want to see how they play together for the first, call it 15 games or so, because I think that's really going to show you, a lot of how they're, and obviously they can grow more throughout the season, right? A lot of teams don't really turn that corner until after the All-Star break. So if they struggle to start the season, I'm not going to be too surprised. But you have Jimmy Butler, you have Stephen Curry, you have Draymond Green, now you have Al Horford, right? You have enough quality players as well as star players. I would consider Steph and Jimmy stars at this point in their careers. They have what it takes to, make some noise. It's just there's so many more talented teams in the West, deeper teams in the Western Conference, that are they really going to be able to make it far into the playoffs? Who knows, right? I'm never going to bet against Steph Curry, right? If the game's on the line, I'm not betting against Steph. That is sacrilegious in my household. So I like the move. It's just I still think the Warriors have some work to do, right? And they're really going to have to come out the gate swinging. I think if they don't get a really high seed in the playoffs, it's going to be wraps. There's no way that they're going to be able to really handle this type of stuff on the road. I think playing, at home for the Warriors is really a big thing because their fan base is so dedicated. They're very loud. They get into the game and it really sways the momentum. I think Steph plays off a lot of that. I think Jimmy plays off a lot of that. And that's going to be key, right? If they're going to try to really, make an NBA Finals run, right? Because obviously Draymond Green said last season after they got Jimmy Butler that they were going to make an NBA Finals run, and that did not happen. So I think he definitely wants to do it this year. And obviously Steph Curry is getting older, right? I think he's 37 years old or something like that. So they got to really get stuff together. And I think when you have an older team like this, right, because all these guys are in their mid-30s or later, right, and Al Horford, Steph Curry, Jimmy, Draymond, it's got to really work out and they got to stay healthy or else it's just, you're cooked, right? You're just not going to be able to do anything. So I like the move. I would like to understand how many years the Warriors signed Al Horford for, because if this dude's signing a 5-year contract at age 39, something's got to change in your front office, because that's just, I don't know what you're smoking. But, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But, NBA season's right around the corner, guys. I know I haven't been posting a ton recently, but there just hasn't been as much going on. But I'm going to start ramping it up a little bit as we head into the beginning of the season. And stay tuned, man, because we're going to be here all season long, watching the Wizards, watching everybody, not just the Wizards, but definitely watching the Wizards. So I'm going to catch you guys later, man. Let me know what you think about this move in the comments down below. And that's all I got. So stay up, stay blessed, stay safe, stay humble, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.